Rebecca Brunson, all centers in the league.
Elisa Leslie is the only three-time winner of the All-Star Game MVP award, and where she's a post player. We'll get a chance to talk with Lisa later on during the telecast. All right, Coach Agler, just want to ask you about balancing having fun with trying to coach your team to win today. How do you do that?
Well, we talked to them about enjoying the moment, first of all. You know, some of them, this might be their only opportunity to be here. Some of them will be here for multiple times. But it's all about the players and the fans right now. And they're going to come out here and have a great time and enjoy the moment.
Tina Charles and Rebecca Brunson in midcourt. And the West will start. Here's Diana Taurasi, who's been among the leading scorers since he entered the league. Taurasi in her 8th season now out of Connecticut. There's 6 players in this game from UConn. And here's another former Husky, Swin Cash, with the game's first bucket.
The West All-Stars are running an offense. A lot of passes in the half court.
You think that'll continue, or is that just for the first play?
Well, they may have heard us talking about the lack of scoring from post players, so they're going to let them get their shots early. Oh, Maya Moore blew an easy layup.
Maya Moore, certainly a Rookie of the Year candidate, first overall pick this year as Tina Charles gets the basket. Do you think Moore has lived up to her billing in her first season? Because obviously at Connecticut she grabbed all the headlines as a 3-time Wade Trophy winner.
Absolutely. She's done a number of different things. It's not just her scoring, her rebounding. At halftime, Cheryl Reeves has told her team that her team needed to step up defensively, and Maya Moore has done that. She had a lot of experience playing USA basketball. That helped prepare her for this level.
Moore with the pass ahead to Brunson. Maya Moore, by the way, #1 in the WNBA in most popular jersey sales at age 22. Member of the Minnesota Lynx, who currently on the best winning percentage in the league. It'll remain East basketball.
She's a great ambassador for the game already as a rookie. She demonstrates what this game's about. She never takes a play off. She plays hard every time she's on the floor. The ultimate competitor.
Moore picked up the foul there. 4 players in this game from Minnesota. That's the most any team in the league. Is Katie Douglas, one of the top 3-point shooters in the league, 46% on the year, hits the 3. Douglas starting in an All-Star game for the 3rd time as Cash misfires. And McCautry with a rebound. McCautry with a nice move, couldn't get the tip either. And Cash out of there with it. Good look by Moore. Charles commits the foul trying to block Cash. Let's bring in East coach Marinelle Metters. Coach, what's your game plan in terms of how you want to divvy up playing time today?
The first team over in the Eastern Conference.
I did not. Now I hear you better.
Coach Metters, can you hear us here? I want to ask you about divvying up playing time. How will you go about that today with so many great players on your roster?
Well, it's pretty easy. We're going to go, Brian and I were talking about it prior to the game, and we felt like that we could start 5 and then send 5 in 5 minutes and then keep running them in and out like that. But I know towards the end of the game, our competitive energy and everything, we want to try to win the game. So we're going to make sure that everybody has equal amount of playing time and has a chance to show what they do and just continue that way. But I know when it comes down to the end, we're all wanting to win, so we'll do what we have to do to try to win the game.
All right, Coach, going to have to get out, get a hand in the face of Taurasi, one of the best shooters in the league.
Well, Taurasi starts having fun, and she and Sue Bird, it could be lights out. The West get hot.
Now Brunson with a behind-the-back pass that's errant. Brunson getting the start in the All-Star game because of the injury to Candace Parker, who hurt her knee back at the end of June. First start for Brunson in an All-Star game. She was selected in 2007 but couldn't play because of injury.
She's having a great season. She's second in the WNBA in double-doubles. It's always been in her forte to be a great rebounder, but within the system of Minnesota, she's been an integral part of the offense, especially running the floor in transition.
That was Catchings who hit that last shot. Brunson, by the way, leads the league in rebounding, about 11 per game, and he's become a scorer, too. 13 points per game this year, career high.
talking to her practice yesterday. It was just a glow in her face with the opportunity to play in this All-Star game. Like you talked about, missing the previous one because of injury. She's very excited to come out here today.
Swin Cash now with 6 points. We mentioned that Lisa Leslie has won the MVP award 3 times. No one else has won it more than once. Cash won it last in 09. I'm guessing her early push here is to try to win the award back-to-back times. Pondexter off the mark again.
Well, you want to shine in an opportunity like this, an All-Star game, but there'll be some stiff competition with all this talent of who the MVP today will be.
Maya Moore way off with that jumper. She's 0 for 2. Here's Charles from outside.
The big girls said they're going to get their shots one way or the other in this All-Star game.
Terrific talent, the #1 overall pick a year ago. She was the Rookie of the Year. Brunson shot in and out, tracked down by Moore. Taurasi from way out. She'll shoot those in regular season games as well. And Taurasi with a little defense. Get her hand on the passing lane to break up that attempt. There's Cash, a jumper that's short. Got her own miss.
For a minute there, I had to think, am I watching Connecticut players? This is a WNBA All Star game when you've got Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, Swin Cash, and Maya Moore. All came from the same university, University of Connecticut.
I mentioned 6 players in all from UConn playing in this game, most ever for one school in a single All-Star game.
You have Tina Charles that's playing for the East. It's from Connecticut as well.
There's Catchings, and Taurasi will give her the layup.
Anything like my family, then you love to play basketball. It's an amazing sport. There's running. There's jumping. There's even dancing. Most importantly, playing basketball for just 1 hour a day is a great way to get fit. So get on out there, shoot some hoops, and most of all, have some fun.
This generation of players grew up with the WNBA, and you know, we've had a whole career. So people have seen us grow and mature as players and, you know, and as people.
But for these kids, they grew up, you know, watching a lot of these WNBA players play, knowing there was a league, being able to emulate, being able to look up to, and that's huge.
I think the WNBA's impression on young girls is more than just basketball. I think the commitment to community, the commitment to being who you are, is something that these young girls now can look at and say, hey, if I don't have a big sister, I have a role model here that I can look at and say, hey, I want to be her one day.
And certainly one of the players that Bird and Cash and Taurasi looked up to, Cynthia Cooper, sitting with us, Hall of Famer, 2-time MVP. It's the 15th year of the WNBA.
Yep.
Just your thoughts on where the league is now compared to '97 when you came in.
Well, you know, when I first came in, the league was new. It was new to the public. We had to pretty much introduce ourselves to our fan base. Now you see the league 15 years strong. I am so proud to have been a part of the beginning of what we were trying to do as basketball players and coming into the professional league. Shout out to my team out at UNCW. You got to get that in, otherwise they won't run for me. But I'm really proud of where the league is today.
You're the head coach at UNC Wilmington. Just go ahead, Carol.
Yeah, she's the head coach and had great things going at Prairie View and now getting them going at UNC Wilmington. But you talked about introducing yourself to the fans. But in watching the round table with Tina Thompson, Cheryl Swoops, and Lisa Leslie, Tina Thompson said you introduced her to the WNBA and how she had to prepare. So now that you've played, you're coaching now in college, what advice would you give young women that are trying to get into this league?
I think I would say hard work. The hard work that you do when no one's watching, that's what determines how good you're actually going to be. Yeah, you can go play AAU basketball, and yeah, you can play on different levels, but really what you do in the dark when no one else is watching, that's when I got better. I added something. I tried to add something to my game for every single year so that I could keep my defenders, you know, kind of off kilter, so to speak. So just work on your game. Hard work and passion. Got to believe.
Augustus hit that last shot. Here's Lindsay Whalen on the other end. Your thoughts on players back when you played compared to now? Are we seeing more talent overall throughout basketball, high school, the college, or the pros?
Yeah, I think we are seeing a lot more talent. And the reason is because you have the WNBA. Now players can dream of playing WNBA in America and don't have to worry about going overseas if they don't want to. When I came up, we didn't have that opportunity. Now kids can say, hey, I want to be just like Diana Taurasi. I want to be just like Sylvia Fowles. And they can work towards that goal because it's tangible. They can see it. They can touch it.
You played both overseas and played here in the WNBA. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is every player, when you play in overseas, the biggest competition is going to come from your foreign players. When you're in the WNBA, every player is a foreign player, and there's just so much more athleticism in the WNBA. The players are so much more savvy and